The Philippine Revolution began in August 1896, and on June 12, 1898, General Emilio Aguinaldo led the declaration of Philippine independence from Spanish colonial rule. One of the most significant dates in the Philippine history is Independence Day because it marks the nation's independence from the Spanish rule on June 12, 1898. Filipinos celebrate it annually on June 12 is the country's national day. The Embassy of the Philippines to Bangladesh celebrated the 121st anniversary of the proclamation of the Philippine independence on the 12th of June 2019 with great enthusiasm and festivity. A day-long program was organized at the embassy premises with the participation of the expatriate Philippines community in Bangladesh and the officers and staff members of the embassy. The embassy building and the premises were mostly adorned with the miniature Philippines national flags, Independence Day posters, and other decorated items. The morning session of the program began with the ceremonial hosting of the national flag of Philippines by Ambassador Vicente Bandilo at the embassy premises, in presence of all officers and staff members of the embassy and representatives of Philippines expatriates. During this program, the Philippines national anthem was played at the embassy premises, and everybody sang the national anthem. Later, Philippine Ambassador Vicente Bandilo and Councillor L.B.D. Guzman read out the message of President of Philippines and the Secretary of Foreign Affairs at the function.
I am one with the Filipino people in commemorating the anniversary of the proclamation of Philippine independence. 121 years have passed since our forefathers bound their fates, their lives, and their fortunes to proclaim the independence of the Filipino people.
On the occasion of an auspicious celebration of the 121st anniversary of the proclamation of the Philippine independence, an anniversary cake was cut by the ambassador along with other dignitaries present. In observance of the 121st anniversary of the proclamation of the Philippine independence, the Philippine Embassy in Bangladesh hosted a reception in the evening at the 5-star Radisson Blu, Dhaka. Philippine Ambassador to Bangladesh Vicente Bandilo, his lady wife, and officers of the embassy welcomed the guests at the ceremony. Honorable Minister of Railways of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Nurul Islam Shujung, attended the reception as the chief guest. The reception was also attended, among others, by parliamentarians, ambassadors and high commissioners, diplomats and defense advisors of different embassies and high commissions, heads of international organizations, high civil and military officials, friends and Philippines, businessmen, journalists, members of civil society, cultural community and the social elite of Bangladesh, Philippines students, officers and officers of Philippine Embassy, along with their spouses and expatriates. The official part of the reception included playing of national anthems of Philippines and Bangladesh. Philippine Ambassador Vicente Banjilo in his speech said Filipinos around the world celebrate this day with a solemn thankfulness, as we remember the sacrifice and struggle of our forefathers and reaffirm our commitment to preserve the freedom and democracy for which our forefathers and revolutionary heroes fought and died.
It is my honor to say that I spent my life as ambassador with the Philippines' modern-day heroes, referring to our overseas Filipinos, who much like the heroes of our past, strive and make sacrifices with the hopes of an abundant future for their families back home. During my term as the Philippine ambassador to Bangladesh, it's now running to the 5th year, I am pleased to have observed that our countries have continued to reinforce our friendship in a number of ways. The Philippines and Bangladesh now enjoy revitalized and reinforced friendly relations, and we are hopeful that our ties will continue to strengthen in many areas of cooperation. The Philippines has expressed our keenness to have increased trade with Bangladesh, which we are confident to achieve in the coming years through our engagements with the government of Bangladesh and also the private sector. We expect to receive more visitors from the Philippine companies and missions here in Bangladesh starting this year. We have a mission coming in a month or two from now.
Mentioning the cultural cooperation between the two countries, the ambassador said, "Our friendship is also underlined by our cultural cooperation and exchanges. The Philippines and Bangladesh recently signed this cultural exchange program for the years 2018 to 2020, which should continue the string of cultural exchanges between our countries."
Which should continue and include some of the following things. Like we had a tourism and education roadshow, which established friendly links between the Philippines and Bangladesh medical schools and institutions, cultural appreciation visit, and performance by the Lobok Children's Choir. They were here in Bangladesh 2 years ago. And also we have reinforced links with Bangladeshi universities and institutes. We have seen our partnership with the Dhaka University Department of Theatre and Performance Studies, and this with our foundation in the Philippines has promoted inter-artist appreciation and stage performances with themes on disaster resilience and natural and earth elements. And also we had a successful lecture series with the Bangladesh Film and Television Institute. Again, we have exchanges with agencies including the Ministry of Cultural Affairs, National Museum, and the Department of Public Libraries, which has led to the establishment this year of the first ever Filipiniana section, a section which includes books on the Philippines and by Filipinos at the public library in Bangladesh, and at the same time also the screening of Filipino films in Dhaka. Our friendship with the Ministry of Cultural Affairs and the Ministry of Women and Children Affairs drew support for the conduct of activities that promoted gender and development awareness. It's very important for the Philippines, I understand also for Bangladesh, including the first inclusive gender-themed marathon in Maridara and a separate program where we learn from each other's experience regarding ways to raise awareness on the compatibility of cultural and traditional roles of women in religiously homogeneous countries with gender development models and goals.
Vicente Banjilo added that these testaments to our warm relations came naturally, as Filipinos and Bangladeshis have common experience and aspirations. We are peoples that put families first, face risk and adventure for work abroad, so that our loved ones will have better opportunities in life. Bangladeshis, much like Filipinos, also embody courage and compassion every day.
So to the people of Bangladesh, I stand with you in our shared aspirations for enhanced bilateral ties to sustain people-to-people exchanges, cultural cooperation, educational partnership, trade facilitation, and tourism development initiatives. To my fellow Filipinos in Bangladesh, I admire you in your efforts to preserve the Philippines' heritage
culture, and ideals for the future despite being in a faraway land, and for contributing in building a progressive Philippines as you personify the modern day Bagong Bayani or new heroes. I am inspired by your courage and compassion, and you embody tonight's theme every day.
The chief guest, Honorable Minister of Railways of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Mr. Nurul Islam Shujun, congratulated the government and the brotherly people of Philippines on the Independence Day of Philippines and wished the progress and prosperity of the people of Philippines. The Philippines was among the first countries recognized Bangladesh immediately after her victory in the historic Liberation War in 1971. After the establishment of our formal diplomatic relations in early 1972, our bilateral relations have advanced to a remarkable extent in the last 4 decades.
Bangladesh and Philippines enjoy excellent bilateral relations which are characterized by shared aspirations for democracy, security, and economic prosperity. Steady growth in bilateral trade, increased number of high political level interactions, and greater people-to-people contacts bear testimony to these warm relations which have been growing from strength to strength in all dimensions. Bangladesh and Philippines have sound trade relations with tremendous potential for further growth. I firmly believe that frequent interaction of the business communities of both countries and single country trade fairs in respective capitals will boost the trade between our two countries. Through these initiatives, we will be able to find out new avenue of trade. I will urge upon the business community of Philippines through Excellency Vicente Vivencio Bandilo, Ambassador of Philippines in Dhaka, to take the opportunity to invest in Bangladesh and to import more quality products from Bangladesh for the benefits of the people of both the countries.
Later, on the occasion of the celebration of the Philippines Independence Day 2019, an anniversary cake was cut by the chief guest of this program, Mr. Nurul Islam Shujun, in presence of diplomats from different embassies. The day-long program was rounded off with a buffet dinner where various Philippines delicacies were served. Humayun, Kabir, Today's World News 24.